Okay, so now we will discuss linear regression. So here you are now predicting using your predictors. Probably your predictors are the demographics. Okay, we profile the respondent. However, we have to be careful in profiling of our respondent. In most cases, linear regression would require big data sets, okay? Or I mean, a significant amount of population. When we say significant amount of population, these are probably you have entered to a scientific computation of your sample size, okay? You have defined your population well, for instance, the number of margin of error that you are willing to risk, the confidence interval, so on and so forth. Okay. In regression, you are now building a model. So what is that model? When we say model, these are the things that we consider in making a decision. Are we going to profit in this particular segment? Okay. If we target this segment, how much profit are we going to reap from this segment? Okay. Or probably in most banking, however, this is under logistic. They are creating financial model. They would like to predict if the client or prospective client is solvent or insolvent. Okay, meaning in financial analysis, meaning if this client is or will be able to pay back the loan that we have granted. Okay? In marketing or in other products, probably you can do that as well. Okay, yan. You can create a model. Okay, and this model, the predictors, you can once you have created a model, you can now use the predictors to market it. Diba? Okay, since we projected that we can earn from this particular segment. Okay, okay. So it is used to determine the extent to which there is a linear relationship between dependent variable and one or more independent variable. If it is only one, hence that is a single or simple regression. Okay, there are two types of regression, as I have mentioned. Okay, okay. So I have discussed this. The difference of simple and multiple. In simple, you only have single independent. Okay, and then in multiple, you have two or more independent variable. However, the tricky part here in multiple is that do this variable qualify to become predictors in your model? So that's why we have to check the assumption. Okay, yeah. If they do not qualify, okay, to our model, we have to remove that in order to create a model. Okay, okay, okay. And of course, there are assumption. I have discussed this in class. Your two variables should be measured in continuous level, okay, interval or ratio. Okay, this is for simple. Okay, then there needs to be a linear relationship. That's why we have to perform the correlation first. Okay. Okay, and you can also do visual inspection, but we always suggest looking at the coefficients. Okay, outliers at this point you know how to remove that outliers and how they affect the data. So you have to remove them prior to running a regression analysis. Okay, okay, so that's the implication. Okay, and then we also have a test for a significant outlier. Is the outlier significant? We will look at the Cook's distance. Yan. We will do that later. Okay. Assumption 4, you should have independence of observation. I have discussed this, which you can easily be checked using the Durbin-Watson statistics. However, we will use Jamovi and RStudio. Okay, and that's the desired value for the Durbin-Watson. Okay, so when we say independence of observation, meaning to say respondent 1 must not be influenced by respondent 2 in answering that particular survey. Okay, or the respondent 1 does not repeat in your survey. Okay, that's what we call the independence of observation. Okay, your data needs to show city, which is where variances along the line of best fit remain. Okay. It further refers to residues are equally distributed or whether they tend to bunch together at some values and other values. Okay, so we want them to be scattered in our data sets. Okay, residual is equals observe, okay, meaning to say ano yung response doon sa dependent variable, okay, and the predicted. Okay, you want your residual to be close to zero, although there will be error later on. Of course, we have to anticipate that. Okay. Assumption 6, okay. Normality of residuals, okay. We can test that. There's no problem with that. We can always test that, okay. Two common method, normal, these are visual, the PP plot and the probability plot, okay. Those are visual inspections. Okay. So an equation can be y, okay, or predictor, I'm sorry, dependent is equal to the predictors. Okay. And these are the usual output of a regression. Okay. B is the effect of income to whatever, yeah, this is price. So a unit increase in price increases the income by 0.56 centavos. This could be measured in probably in accounting terms or monetary. Okay. Do not need to interpret standard error. Okay. Beta and T would tell you the significance of this predictor to your model. Okay. However, it will not work well here in this case because your data is or your model is a simple regression. It can be appreciated further by multiple regression. Okay. We want to see a significant, a point of less than 0.05. Okay. Okay. So, ibig sabihin, this is a significant predictor to the price. Okay, income is predictor of price. Okay, well, that will make sense. B is the rate of change per unit item. Okay, that's what I have explained. Beta is the correlation of coefficient range from 0 to 1. Then higher the value of beta, the stronger the association between the variables. I have explained that earlier. Okay, there are 5 symbols that easily confuse you in a regression table. Then standardized B, the standardized error of the standardized beta, SEB, the standardized beta. However, not not all of this symbol can be interpreted. Probably I'll show you ano lang yung mga dapat interpret. And the probability value, typically the only values that we examine as a function is the B and the probability value. Okay. However, they are still useful. Okay. The first symbol, standardized beta, this value represents the slope of the line between the predictor, the variable, and the dependent variable. So the variable is above the table. This would mean for every 1 unit increase independent, the dependent variable increases by 0.564 if it is significant. Okay, if it is not significant, then we will not interpret that. Okay. Next, the symbol is the standardized error of standardized beta, SEB. This value is similar to the standardized deviation for the mean. Okay? The larger the number, the more spread out the data points are from the regression line. The more spread out the numbers are, the less likely significance would be found. Okay? Pwede naman kasi yung assumption na lang tignan natin. Let's just check the assumption. Okay? And then let's go back to that particular table later. Okay? If you satisfy the assumption, hence, you have a model. Okay? So those are the nitty-gritty of statistics. The third symbol is the standardized data. This works very similarly to correlation coefficient. It will range from 0 to 1 or 0 to -1, depending on the direction of the relationship. The closer the value to 1 or -1, the stronger the relationship. Okay, so on and so forth. The fourth symbol is the t-statistic. This is best test statistic calculated for individual predictor variable. This is used to calculate the p-value. So again, you do not need to interpret the t-statistics whenever you see that. Kasi yung p-value lang ang tinitignan natin. Okay? And the last symbol is the probability level. This tells whether or not an individual variable significantly predicts the dependent variable. You can have a significant model but an insignificant predictor variable. Okay, that's possible. Typically, if the p-value is below 0.05, the value is considered significant. Okay? Aim for a value of less than 0.05. If it is greater than this value, let's say 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, okay? Hence, it is not a significant predictor. Okay? Here's the difference between the two, the R-square and the adjusted R-square. However, we can only refer to the R-square. Okay? It measures the proportion of the variation in your dependent variable y explained by your independent variable x. Okay? Yan. So adjust the statistic based on the number of independents. So it's a double layer. So para lang itong double layer. You adjusted R-square. Okay? A low value of R-square indicates that your independent variable is not explaining much in the variation of your model. Okay? If it is less than a threshold of 0.3 below, hence, probably we do not have a model. Okay? Susunod lahat yung mga values na yun. Okay? It depends on your research work. It depends on your research work, but more than 50% or R-square value with low RMSE values is acceptable to scientific research community. Okay? Ganon din sa atin, sa business. Okay? Results with low R-square value of 25% to 30% are invalid because it represents your findings. Okay? The most common interpretation of R-square is how well the regression model fits the observed data. Okay? For an example, an R-square of 60% reveals that 60% of the data fit the regression model. Generally, a higher R-square indicates better fit for the model. Okay? And R-square can be greater than 1, only when of invalid or non-standard, okay? Redundant, okay? Okay. Okay? So these are the things that you will see later on as we run it in Jamovi and R. Okay? Now, to run the test in Jamovi, let's use the same data, GSS 2002. Go to regression and then look for linear regression. Okay? Let's say we would like to predict socioeconomic index. The variables can be hours 1 perhaps. Okay? Ayaw niya. Convert hours 1 to convert first your predictors. So for example, hours 1, click that hanggang sa lumabas ito and then change it to continuous. Okay? Edu. Okay, change that to continuous. Income, change income to look for income. Hindi pwede. Naka-on siya. Okay, let's not use income. Regression, linear regression. Then let's predict SEI, TV hours, 2, hours 1, working hours, education in years. Okay, so you have the regression line here. Your R-square, look at the R-square first. Okay, you will see here, it seems you have 0.4. So meaning to say, probably TV hours, we can predict we can predict SEI. Okay? Yan. So this is how well the following predictors predict your dependent variable. Okay? That's the R square. Okay? However, looking at the coefficients table, your P is non-significant, okay, for the hours 1. Hence, you can remove hours 1. Okay, let's see. Remove hours 1. Okay, does it improve? Okay, it improved. Okay. However, the R square remains the same. Okay. Let's check on the assumption. Autocorrelation, collinearity. Okay. Cook's distance. Okay. However, as you can see here, okay, Cook's distance is within the range. Okay. Assumption check. Shapiro, it's not significant. Okay. Yan. It's not significant. Okay. Heteroscedasticity, it shows here that Bruce-Pagan is, yeah, non-significant. Hence, we have passed this particular assumption of heteroscedasticity. Okay. Durbin-Watson or autocorrelation, we want that value to be non-significant. Okay. Okay. Tolerance is within its range. Okay. Hence, except for normality, we have satisfied these assumptions. So we can say, however, we cannot say at this point that we have a valid model. But by looking at the estimate, you can see a unit increase in the education level increases the socioeconomic index by 3 points. Okay? Okay? And the next, a decrease in TV hours increases the socioeconomic index. Decreases the socioeconomic. Yeah, it's decreasing. Eh? Okay? Yeah, decreases. Okay? However, bumabawi ka sa education. Okay? It's tricky because of your normality test. Okay? Because hindi kasi normal yung ating model. The model is not normal. Yeah. Okay. Let's do that in R. Okay. These are the packages that you need to install. Okay. I will be creating a video explaining that further, how to analyze. But I want you to learn first how to run the test in both tools. Okay. So these are the packages that you need. Okay. Install that, click it, run. Okay, give it some time. Okay. These are the tools that you need: Tidyverse, Broomcar, LM Test, Performance. Okay, those are the packages that you need to install. Okay. Nandyan kasi yung mga visualization, the test that can test the assumptions. Okay, nandyan yan. So you can search that in GitHub. Okay, as I have mentioned, you can also check your AI, your favorite AI. Then run the library first. That is important. You are calling the packages that you have installed. Okay. As long as there are no error, okay, you are fine. Okay. If you have error, probably you go back to session and then go to working directory, set working directory. Choose the directory again. Okay. Dapat nandun yung GSS 2000. Okay. So data frame, you have the data frame here. The responses, you are predicting SEI. Okay. SEI, ha? We are still predicting SEI through this variable. Again, you know what to do. If you want to add variable, if you want to deduct a variable, you can do so. Okay? Just simply type that here in this line. Okay? Okay? Yan. So this one, these are for the missing or for the blanks. Okay? Yan. So the tool later on will disregard NA. Okay? Because there are NA in our data. So we are telling R to disregard that. Okay? And then you have here the formula. These are necessary. Okay? Predictor, summary fit. Okay? So those are the fit indices. Okay? The symbols that we want. Okay? Data for predicted, and these are the fit indices. It's computing the fit indices. Okay? Normality. Okay? Homoscedasticity. Wala na kayong problema dito kasi it will tell you if you have satisfied or not. Okay? That's the code that I have created. Okay? Durbin-Watson, multicollinearity. Okay? If it is a multiple regression, hence you need the multicollinearity. The multicollinearity will tell you if there are redundant predictors in your model. So what are these? For example, income later on, respondents' income, and total family income. That might become redundant later on. Okay? Kasi baka mamaya pareho lang naman sila ng mini-measure. It's income of the household. Di ba? Kasi for example, in a Filipino family, there's only one breadwinner in most cases. Okay? So it will not make sense if you will get the family income. Kasi nga, isa lang yung qualifier mo dun. Diba? Yeah. Okay? It may not be important as well. Okay? Distances. Okay? Stepwise. Okay? Okay? These are the model fit indices. Predictors. Okay? So if it is valid, then we're asking it to be safe by the R. I will be making another video for further interpreting and what to do, okay, in case the model is not fit. Probably, if it is not fit, then we will use another regression model, which is the logistic regression. In that case, you will create brackets or you will regroup data, okay, of your dependent variable, of the dependent variable. Okay, so let's run this. Check your data frame. Okay, that's your data frame. Ibig sabihin, ito yung laman ng ESS 2002. Okay, then click run. Okay, predictors. Okay, now we are separating it. We only need the predictors. Okay, run it, and you have the R square. So your R square is multiple R, that is just a correlation, and you have the R square. I'm sorry, this is the R squared. Mataas siya dito, ano? Okay? So ito rin yung tinitignan natin sa ano? Yan, residual, coefficient, okay? Gumanda kasi dumami yung predictor nyo. Okay? Probably we can use a code to change this, okay? Instead of the scientific format. Okay? Yan. Tignan nyo na lang yung R square. We can only refer to R square. Okay? If R square is high, hence we have a good model. However, again, we have to check the assumption. Okay? Okay? So as you can see here, probably your data is too noisy. You can see that there are outliers in your scatter plot. Okay? Yeah. Okay? Ito yung sinasabi ko, meron na siyang decision dito. Okay? So okay to. Pwede naman yan. Greater than 0. Okay? So you want that value. You want your Bruce Pagan to be true. Okay? So here, it's also, okay. Pareho lang din. Hindi. Homoscedasticity to eh. Yan. Okay yan. Okay? Yan. Okay? These are the visuals. Yan. Okay? So here, you can see how well it predicts the observation. Okay? However, here, you have, hindi ka, dapat dumidikit ka dun sa line. Same in time series. Okay? Para masabi nating fit. Okay? Okay. So that's it. That's how you perform linear regression in R and Jamovi. Yeah. I will create another video for the implications, okay, in case you have not satisfied the assumption and what test are you going to use. Okay? Karugtong na yan ng logistic.